His name is Braden. He's 7 years old this year. And he likes to create fonts with things that he can find around him. So he started this when he was very young. The moment he was aware of the words around him. So he would recreate the words that he sees from Play-Doh, using blocks, using Lego, and even using tapes. He would redesign them. He would redesign them, so it shows how creative. Yeah, it shows how creative you are. And how differently he perceives the world, and because he has autism, I think he perceives it very differently. So it's never exactly the same as the original fonts. So he has his own way of looking at it. So it's always a bit different from the original one because he's only 7 years old and he's able to create artwork like that. I think in future he is able to produce even more outstanding pieces. Most people would not find it interesting. They'll probably feel that it's a very strange hobby. They don't see anything functional about it. I feel that it takes a lot of skill, and he's actually very good with details. Yeah, and I think that is his greatest strength. And by doing this hobby, it actually develops that part even more. You see, he's doing it right now, and he's very good at it. I think only if you are really interested in it. So I think if you're not interested in it, then there's no point doing it. But if you are interested in it, I think there's no harm. Yeah, as long as you enjoy doing it and it makes you happy and doesn't hurt anyone else, so I think that's fine. Pursue your passions. Yeah, even if it's not functional at the start, you will never know what it can develop from there. Yeah. Maybe next time Braden will be a logo designer. Who knows? Like, he can do a lot of things. Maybe he can do calligraphy, and yeah, you never know. I think maybe if he grows, when he's older, maybe he can take classes to really develop his fine motor skills. So when he's able to use his hands more proficiently, maybe he can even do this better. Like maybe if he can draw better, he'll start drawing things, because now he cannot really write very well yet. He's still very young. So yeah.
Hi, I'm Xishen. I am a designer by day and an artist by night. I usually call myself a moonlight artist because I work as a designer in my day job, but I work on like miniature sculptures as an artist like by nightfall. So yeah, that's why I call myself a moonlight artist. Because I was being mentored as an artist for one of those Noise Singapore apprenticeship program, and I was mentored by Pan Lim, who like when I was taking part in the show, he told me that I should do something that I've always wanted to do, but at the same time was never given the opportunity because of my design work. So I actually decided to start sculpting, and then from then on I just discovered my love for it and never looked back. Yeah, I think what's really nice about it is because I actually started doing it just because it was something that made me happy, but then when I started to share it more online on my social media, I realized that there are a lot of people who have a liking for it as well, and I think because of it I managed to connect with a lot of people who were like-minded, and then like made a lot of friends, and also managed to travel like to some places because of it. Yeah, I think there are a lot of very talented sculptors all around. Like if you go through Instagram or online, you will see a lot of like people who make like puppets and stop motion like sculptures and things like that. But I think what really sets me apart will probably be the fact that I work a lot with like surrealistic subjects, which kind of like blends imagination and reality. So in a way, like it is not so much about depicting reality and making something super realistic, but it's also about telling a story that is somewhat strange and curious and like something that is unexpected. So I think that's what sets me apart from other artists out there. What would be good advice would be the fact that in Singapore it's very often that we devalue what doesn't make us money. I think like what advice I would give is like just pursue what you're passionate about and just do what fascinates you, because at the end of it it's more about self-expression and about self-discovery. Whether it makes money or not or whatsoever, I think that's secondary to your hobbies and your interests. Like when I was invited to a biennale as like a real artist, and I was like given the treatment of an artist, which is very unexpected because I thought that my work is after all like not high art, and I wouldn't expect that sort of treatment. So like I think just being recognized and being called an artist for the first time is actually quite refreshing, and also very very I felt very blessed and very honored for that. Yeah, so I think that was one of the main highlights. I felt very blessed. I think I would like to show my works in as many places as possible, in any context as possible. I think now we have like in Singapore we have a very strict idea of what is art, and then people tend to like not want to approach art in fear of not understanding it. I think like for me to take it to another level is just to create as many dialogue as possible among people who like maybe don't really know or like art, or like don't really have an interest to understand it better. I think for me it's like really about reaching out to audiences, reaching out to young people who want to make art, and just allowing more dialogues to take place. Yeah. I think the takeaway will be just pursue what fascinates you and pursue what excites you, and yeah, like even if it has to do with being a little bit strange, that's okay. Yeah.
Okay, hi, I'm Chris. I'm a furniture maker. My hobby will be keeping ants and make the nest for them to stay in. I started during 2016 when I saw the nuptial flight, the variety of ants, so I can view them, experience the world below underground. This is my hobby. Most of the people the interesting part will be viewing them and how you see them and how you learn things from them. So from there you can incorporate those values they have into our daily lives and really impact a lot of us. So like many values they have. So this is the interesting part of keeping ants. Most people will be finding it weird because they don't really understand them. So through my point of view, I'll be teaching them, like educating them on different perspective of viewing ants. They find it weird because they don't really understand them. But once you really understand them, maybe they will be maybe someday they will become one of the hobbies. If they want to find queen ant, they need to go to the HDB blocks and go around lighted areas to look for queen ants to start a colony. And from there you prepare a test tube, then you put them inside, and hopefully if it's fertile, in a few days you'll see them lay eggs, and depending on what species you caught, you need to go through like information in the internet to look through. My greatest challenge of them will be making formicariums for them, because from my past experience, keeping a colony isn't very easy because they have a tendency to escape. So I have experienced them escaping. So from there I learned from what caused them to escape, and from there I learned from it, and I built better formicariums from them. And I learned from there on how to build a better formicarium that really suits their needs and to their liking. So from there also those foolproof mechanism that I need to really touch on. So overall, it gives me a better experience in making a better quality for me. Another takeaway for me it will be like learning, observing. They are very tiny creatures. So from them, if you observe them and you can see a lot of interaction between the colonies and how they feed their pupae, feed their larvae. From there, how they go out and bring back food. And from there, how they forage and how they clean their nest. This will be